Hopefully you have some sort of AI kind of ready to go. I don't want to hear any of this. I'm just following along and all that nonsense that people say. Hopefully you have some sort of Oh, AI. We are live. All right, so we're live on YouTube. Hello, YouTube. Um, we're gonna get started here. Let me put a link to I guess we'll put it in later um, into that, and I'll put it one more time into these. That's the link to the notes you'll want to follow along. And I'll be switching around from these notes to, and don't worry, I'm going to edit this down in YouTube. All right. Okie dokie dokie. All right, let's get it rolling. So let's start with some basics. The basics of, oh, one more thing before I share. Getting this all organized. I think I can remember it if I do that. Okay. Luckily, we can edit in YouTube. And let me reshare that. Okay. I think. Hmm. What is going on? Oh, I see. Okay, duh. Man, I was working with this other software just before this and I was really excited. And so I'm a little distracted right now. Got to get my mind focused here. Okie doke. Now we're ready. All right, we are getting started. We are getting started with AI to make our businesses a little bit smarter. I'm going to turn on the chat here. And in fact, anybody that's on the Zoom doing this live, you feel free to interrupt, raise your hand, whatever you want to do whenever we're going. But what we're going to do today is teach you a little bit about using large language models. That's what you're used to. That's what it actually is. Things like ChatGPT, Claude, and Gemini, things like that. Now, when we're using these large language models, it's not a robot and it doesn't think. So it's important to remember that because it's not going to do things for you. Even like ChatGPT, it'll say like, "Would you like me to create a document?" and blah blah, and it never does it. It doesn't know how to do that yet. You have to have some other integration to help that happen. Um, they also don't really think. All they're actually doing is they're predicting the next best word that would come and after a certain word. Like if you put the, it probably has about 1 billion options. If you say cat, it's probably narrowed it down to 100 million options next. Ran, and then it's just figuring things out. But it's pretty fast and pretty smart at doing it. So it seems to us like it's really thinking, and it is trained on billions upon billions of data points of things that have been printed, talked about, historical documents, things that are currently online, books, the Bible, the Quran, you name it. All these historical things throughout human history, it's been trained on those up until the point that it was trained, which is like probably 2024, 2023, even sometimes. So if you ask certain language models like who won the Super Bowl or who won the basketball championship last night, it's not going to know unless it has the ability to look at the internet, which most of them do now. All right, so things that we can use these things for. I only say that, by the way, because you have to realize its limitations. So we can't trust them completely yet, and they're not taking over the world yet. They're not able to think yet, and they're not really autonomous yet. That's so we don't really need to worry about it taking over and destroying humans and stuff yet until we have our general intelligence. At that point, that's when they're going to teach it to be its own thing and for it to think for itself. And that's when, if you hear people concerned, we don't know if we should be concerned yet. And to me, that's the most concerning part of it all, is that even the experts don't really know. We don't know where this is going to go. But if this is the beginning of the end, I'm riding the ship down, and because you can't stop it. There's nothing you can do to stop this at this point. All right. So we might as well enjoy it. And this is an exciting time in history. And no, AI isn't going to replace everybody's jobs, but people that understand AI are going to win for sure. So I would recommend spending time learning this and digging in. I spend many, many hours learning about AI every single day. And I still feel like I can't keep up. It's moving so quickly. Welcome, Karen. Glad you're here. I'm just going to give one more reminder before we really get going, and that is, this is not a, hey, let me listen and like, I know Sharon's driving, but it's not a like, let me go run some errands or do the dishes. I would love for you guys to be hands-on with this so that you can really, really learn it. You're never going to learn to use AI by learning about AI. You have to use it, and you have to dedicate time to do that. All right, so things that we can use it for. It's not going to just do your business for you. Don't believe the lies. You're going to, especially once you start using AI, or if you ask about it online, it's going to, or even if you just go to chatgpt.com or whatever the website is, once that's in your cookies, you're going to start getting ads on Facebook, and they're going to tell you lies. Okay. They're going to say things like, this prompt will automate your entire business and give you 1,000 leads into your inbox. It doesn't work. It doesn't happen. It's not real. Automate your entire business flow with this. There's no such thing yet. It's not really working. There are some things behind the scene you can do, like, could I have my AI looking at a spreadsheet to see who my contacts are for my who I've reached out to, and then discuss it? Maybe, kind of. Am I going to trust it to really write and update that spreadsheet? Probably not. Okay, so don't believe the lies. Don't go spending a bunch of money on things if they're telling you it's going to do something like that. It's just not the case. What can it do? Well, we can write posts faster. It can give you ideas. How about follow-up ideas on what to say, especially in a given situation? Like, so-and-so says it costs too much and you don't know quite what to say. Maybe it's a good virtual upline, especially if you have it trained to do that. Getting new ideas when you feel stuck. That's a great use of AI. Using it as a virtual upline, or even mindset coaching. Sorry, I'm a little under the weather, so I will mute every once in a while because I might have to do some nose work over here. Hopefully, I will not forget to mute when I do my nose work. So, large language models. Okay, everybody knows ChatGPT, and I know most people will just download that and think, oh, that's the one to use. This is ChatGPT, but there's other great ones. You guys probably know or heard through the grapevine, I'm developing my own suite of tools, and it's called Mana, and I do have a website now called jpmana.com, and there is you guys could all get into my beta tests. I'm going to probably run it probably another month or so before it becomes a paid service, but this is Juice Plus specific. Okay, so it knows the Juice Plus business, it knows the marketing plan. Like, if I say what are the requirements to get from SC to QNMD, and what activities should I do, this knows what to do, whereas ChatGPT doesn't. Okay, it's going to guess, but all right. So, and mine uses, I just switched over to using Claude. Have you guys heard of Claude? Claude is a really, like, anymore with ChatGPT. I don't know if you know what M dashes are, but if you're using ChatGPT and you don't want everybody to know instantly, there are those long dashes. It tends to use them a lot in its writing. and it's a quick giveaway that it's ChatGPT writing it. I don't like going through and deleting all the M dashes. So I switched over to Claude just to see what would happen. And it turned out I love the responses way better in Claude. Claude has got a really smooth interface. Um, it's just really nice. If you're going to pay for one, that's a pretty good one. But the one I'm canceling my ChatGPT paid actually coming up. And what I do have that came with my Google phone is right now I'm free on Google Gemini. Gemini is awesome. I'm loving Gemini, and it integrates very well with everything in the Google world. So you can export things easily to Google Docs and Google Sheets and things like that. So I'm loving that. Another one that you may not realize you have already is Meta. And so if you're on Facebook, and I'll show you this real quick. So on Facebook, look at right here. The second thing under my name is called Meta AI. So if I click on that, it goes over to Meta AI. Boom. And here we are. And it's a little bit more of a toy, I think, but it's, what are some alternatives to caffeine? I don't know. It works. But it's also really good at making pictures and things like that. Okay. Another one is Grok. That's Elon Musk's from X. This is really good. Some people love it. They each have their unique thing. This one has personas. So I can say I want it to be a companion, a comedian, a homework helper, not a doctor. That probably means it really is a doctor. Yeah, it's going to try to be a doctor, but for liability, it says not a doctor. That's pretty cool. And I'll save this one for last. This one's a little controversial. This is DeepSeek. This is the one from China. So some people are worried that they're collecting data on us and stuff. So maybe they are, but I don't know. I don't really care. I mean, who cares if China knows that I want to know what's a good alternative to fish sauce in veg cooking? Oh my gosh. I asked a question about Chinese cooking to the Chinese thing. Was that insensitive? But so now the Chinese government knows that I am a vegetarian and want to cook and sub out fish sauce. By the way, I did buy vegan fish sauce on Amazon, and it is based on mushrooms, and it's delicious. So I'm just giving you a good example right here of great ways you can use AI. Like how long would it take you to figure this out? Okay. I mean, I don't know about you, but this would have taken me, I would spend at least a half hour researching all these things. But now I know all the options, additionally, how much to use, best use cases, things like that. All right. So let's get back to our agenda. And let's first talk about how we should talk to AI. Okay. Most of you, if you're already using it, and most people are, most people don't like to admit it, but most people are using it. I don't know why people don't want to admit it. We all know the long, beautiful posts on Facebook are AI. Okay. Like, let's just face it. There are a few crazy people that are writers or they majored in journalism and they do those long posts, or they're just, they've always been doing that. But most people are using it. I don't think you should write too long with AI because it's just, I get irritated if I see it too long of a post and I know the human didn't really write. But all right. So what we want to do when we're prompting, this is called prompting. It gives its best output if you're specific. Here, you got to think, give it a context, a format, a tone, and a job to do. Don't just say, what's a good alternative to fish sauce? I mean, that was pretty good, but let's give it a context, format, tone, and a job. Here's a prompt to save. You are my marketing assistant. So it gave it a context, what it is. You could say you are my virtual upline in the Juice Plus company. I am currently a sales coordinator and I'm striving to reach my next promotion. help me write a short, friendly Instagram post about the importance of flooding your body with micronutrients from fruits and veggies. And then you might want to add, um, well, I mean, that's kind of good right there. All right. So I'm just going to take this one and copy it. Now, I'm going to say a bunch of times in this save prompt, prompt to save, prompt to save. You should have a spreadsheet or something. You should be saving your prompts somewhere. Okay. I use like a database or a spreadsheet type of a database in something called Notion. And it makes it really easy for me to just find good prompts. I only save them if they're good, but I'm assuming most of you don't have anything right now. So let's just see what happens if we put this prompt that I told you to try into ChatGPT. While it thinks, I'll put it into Claude also. And let's go ahead and put it into Google Gemini. And let's see what Meta does with it too. All right, so I asked all of them. I said, you're my marketing assistant. I sell whole food nutrition products with the Juice Plus company. Help me write a short, friendly Instagram post about the importance of flooding your body with micronutrients from fruits and veggies. So you're going to see a bunch of different outputs here. This is okay from Meta. ChatGPT. Oh, there's our first M dash. See it right there? I hate those things. Only one though. It also likes to use a lot of emojis. Okay. In ChatGPT. I will say the response is better, I think. Let's see Claude, because I think Claude writes better. See, I like the caption, the line in the beginning. Your body is like a high performance engine, and micronutrients are the premium fuel it craves. ChatGPT said, your body is craving more than calories, it's craving micronutrients. So it's a little less exciting. Energy levels soar, immune system gets stronger. I like that. The format, I mean, everything about it is a better post from Claude, in my opinion. Let's see how Gemini did.
Doug, is that Claude.com?
Claude.ai.
Claude.ai, thanks.
Now, Gemini might have an unfair advantage because I use it every day, so it knows me. So it went ahead and gave me 3 options. And also, I've also set my account up in Gemini. You should always, even if you're not going to pay, don't just go in and use it anonymously because it won't remember anything. Create the free account. But on all of these accounts, you're going to have settings where it's going to actually in Gemini, you can't even do a setting. But in ChatGPT, you can set it up over here where you can customize it. So I can tell it that I want my tone to be analytical, friendly, motivational, like a trusted mentor. Length is concise, detailed only upon request. Style, direct answers, but ask clarifying questions when needed. No humor, and use memory. And look at, I tell it, never ever use M dashes in any response, but it still does it. Remember, never use M dashes, and it still does it. And then I tell it I'm a partner with the Juice Plus company and all that stuff. So I think you should do all that. Did we try DeepSeek? Let's see what
One
China.
question, I'm sorry, first.
Yeah, go ahead. You're here.
You mentioned to save your prompts, and even if you have an account that puts all your prompts there on the left side, that saves everything that you've done.
That's a great question because if we look at the sidebar of ChatGPT,
Mhm.
you're going to see, um, like I can see my summer garden tips chat over here, but
Mhm.
eventually that's going to get kind of lost.
Right.
So
Okay.
what you can do, let's say I just do this micronutrient. Say I love this response. It was awesome. I could go to the share tab here. And I think this is a link to share this, but I could also just save this. Like some people will have like in your browser, how you can do like I can add a folder here, and then I could save, all these links in here. I could just save this in there. And now that's called micronutrients for healthy living. So let's say that I do a new chat, I go back to this folder, and then now I have that chat saved.
But it seems like it's more effective and it's quicker to do what you said, just save your prompts, right?
Maybe I save the prompts because I don't save that. I recommend you guys save prompts.
Okay,
I don't save that many prompts because I know how to write prompts.
right. Me too. Yeah,
Also, if you go on to jpmana.com on the sidebar there, I have a prompt library. You don't even have to sign up, it's just available.
nice.
And this is really just where I put my test prompts when I'm testing my stuff. So, like, here's a good one. I just joined as a new Juice Plus partner. Can you walk me through my first day, 30 days with daily action steps and a simple checklist? I'm going to expect that my custom trained AI for Juice Plus is going to answer that pretty well. But I'm curious how the Chinese one is going to do it. Now, mine's even consulting Coach Lori, who is like a life coach based on Lori Wang. And you can see her down in my list over here. So I have this set up so it can like talk to each other. That's called agentic. That's like the next level of AI. I am going to have it not talk to Lori so much because now it's talking a lot about like mindset, and it's just not business like enough for me. This is my new version. I need to tweak that a little bit. Let's go to Grok, no, DeepSeek rather, and see what it says for a Juice Partner Plus partner. These are all getting better though. I'll tell you what. So, I mean, this can give you a lot of confidence in coaching. See, I mean, so another great use of this is as a leader. Sometimes you just need ideas. So I don't know where this thing's getting its ideas, but it's pretty good. One thing about DeepSeek, it gives very detailed things. Look at this; it's doing the checklists. I mean, I'm really impressed with this product. I don't use it on my custom stuff because I know some people are paranoid about it being about the Chinese government. So let's see what Claude, this is the free version of Claude, would do for the checklist. Oh, it's drafting an artifact. Oh, I like when they use this stuff on the side. These things have come a long way in just the last 6 months. It used to have no clue what a Juice Plus partner would do.
ChatGPT is beginning to do this thing in a separate doc like this.
Yeah. They call it the canvas there.
Hmm.
Claude looking pretty good. Now you'd have to really read through this and make sure you would really want to use it.
Hmm.
ChatGPT version of this would be, again, notice I'm just playing around with this. If you feel like, oh, I don't know how to use ChatGPT or I don't know how to use AI in my business, it's because you just got to play around with it. And if you're not making time for this, you're making a huge mistake. Huge. Because you just won't be able to keep up. So again, this is ChatGPT, and I'm telling you, this is such an inferior response. It's terrible. I'm not paying for this anymore. I only pay for it because I was developing these custom things here for people and, basically selling them to like businesses and stuff. But I don't even care anymore because I'm
I'm
doing my
convinced.
other.
I'm convinced. I'm ready to switch to Claude.
Claude's beautiful. It looks beautiful too. Gemini. Let's do one more of this and we'll keep going. New Juice Plus partner. I trust Gemini. It's probably going to be pretty good. Now I have trained this a little bit with documents from the Juice Plus company. So this is going to be really good. Gemini is good. It's nice and thorough. Here's another thing about ChatGPT that drives me nuts. Would you like this turned into a printable calendar or checklist PDF? Okay, make a PDF. I know it can't do that. Maybe they added it in the last few weeks. It's analyzing. Right now it's saying, oh my gosh, I just said I could do something that I can't do. Yeah, you're confused. Oh yeah. Oh, I love this. They usually give you, watch me be wrong. Oh my gosh, it worked. Oh my gosh, ChatGPT, you can make PDFs. Look at that. Well, good job. Another reason to love ChatGPT is it's owned by the company OpenAI, which is Sam Altman. He is really leading the world and is a major person to listen to. They just started a new podcast, a video podcast, and it's really good. But anyway, um, they are great. But keep in mind, they make a lot more money off of companies than just us spending 20 bucks a month. Okay, so let's get back to our agenda. So this was the basic formatting. Well, let's look at some hands-on stuff. You know, things that it can do. Here's another prompt to save. Write 5 Instagram post captions that sound casual and inspiring for a woman in her 40s sharing her health journey using plant-based nutrition and Juice Plus. That's assuming that I'm the woman. So let's go to Claude because Nalani's liking Claude. So am I. But you got to keep in mind, Nalani, you can, and Sharon would definitely reinforce this. I get excited about something for a little while, and then the next thing is now the best thing. Then I move on to the next thing, and then the next thing. So at one point, I think I was subscribing to about 5 of these, and I know it drives Sharon crazy. All right, 5 different posts. Now, that's all I did was copy from the paper I gave you guys in the notes under hands-on demo. Write 5 Instagram post captions that sound casual and inspiring from a woman in her 40s sharing her health journey using plant-based nutrition and Juice Plus. So let's see. Would this be a good post? 2 years ago, I thought eating healthy meant surviving on sad salads and giving up everything I loved. Plot twist. Plants are actually delicious and my new energy levels are through the roof. Adding more whole-based foods and Daily Juice Plus has been such a game changer. Who knew taking care of myself could feel this good? It's kind of nice. Can somebody give me a what don't you like about it? Anybody want to speak up and give us something to change, and I'll show you how I would revise it.
Plot twist.
Maybe include somebody's story and then like put the story and then say add this story.
Okay. All right, everybody mute. I'm going to speak my story here. I used to eat a lot of chicken wings and pizza, but then I ended up having cardiovascular problems and had to get stents put in. After going to a Dr. Dean Ornish cardiac rehab center, I learned how to eat a different diet, how to de stress, and how to begin to exercise. Since then, my blood work numbers have been awesome, and my blood pressure is now under control. I feel like I have hope for a future where I don't have to deal with heart disease or die early. Okay, let's see what it does with that. I used to eat a lot of chicken wings and pizza, but then I ended up having cardiovascular problems. I had to get stents put in. Man, it kind of like just did it. Exact. I learned how to eat different diet, how to de-stress, blah, blah, blah. Adding more whole foods is such a game changer in this journey. Okay. Improve the writing. A few years ago, chicken wings and pizza were basically food groups in my house. There we go. Then came the wake-up call I never saw coming. Yeah. So, I mean, remember, it's AI. It's kind of like you have an intern. I know Nanette has an intern right now, right? From Emory University. Let's imagine the intern is from Harvard. Okay. The intern has a dual major in nutrition with an emphasis in micronutrition from fruit and veggie powders, and a double major in social media marketing and business strategy. Okay. So they're the perfect person to help you in your Juice Plus business. However, they don't know anything about the Juice Plus business, and they have no common sense whatsoever. They're just really smart. That's AI. Okay, so I told it what to change, and it literally just typed what I said and then added what it did earlier. So then I didn't like it. So instead of saying, oh, this AI stuff stinks, I said, improve the writing. And I wasn't very specific at all, but it came out great. And now I could change it more by adding revisions. Okay. Let's get another example going. How about customer follow-ups? Here's an example. Write a text to somebody who tried a sample of my product, make it warm, helpful, and ask how they felt after using it. All right, let's go with, let's see what Meta does with this. This one has not been trained at all. I don't even know how to reset this. Oh, who cares? Let's just go. Here's a text you can send. Hey, hope you're doing great. Just wanted to check in and see how you felt after trying the sample of our Juice Plus product. Did you notice any changes in your energy levels or overall well-being? I mean, it's terrible. I don't recommend Meta at this point. Let's get back to ChatGPT. Now, keep in mind, this is not a very specific prompt, because earlier we talked about context and blah, blah, blah. Right now it says, write a text to someone who tried a sample of my product, make it warm, helpful, and ask how they felt after using it. Ask if they have any questions. And when can we hop on? I wish I would have paid attention in typing class. I didn't know it was going to matter way more than pre-calc ever mattered. Okay, hey, Nalani, just checking in. How'd you feel after trying the sample? I'd love to hear what you noticed. If any questions came up, I'm here to help. Let me know when would be a good time for a quick call to chat more. I'd love to connect. Now that's good. That's pretty good. There's no M dashes. Compare that to what Meta. Oh no, I did. Let me redo this. I'm going to copy my prompt here. Now, keep in mind too, there's no reason why, if you're working on responses or social media, I mean, I have 6 different large language models open right now. Why not just do that? Okay, let's see what Meta does with the same exact prompt. Hey, hope you're doing great. Just wanted to check in and see how you felt after trying the sample of our product. See, that's the problem right there. Meta is focusing on how they felt. And that's a dead end. Nobody's going to feel different after taking one dose of Juice Plus guppies, you know?
But you did prompt them to say how they felt, ask them how they felt
Oh, really?
in the prompt
That's a great point. Because I meant like how they felt about the product.
about the product, right?
Yeah. See the Chinese one. I'm just going to close that one. I don't even want to deal with them. All right. So, I mean, that's pretty good. What are some other things? Let me do it in Gemini. Let me change that a little bit. Let's say how they felt, what they thought about it.
Right, or what they like best about it. That's what we used to say. What was your favorite part?
It was great getting to share a sample of blah 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 with you. I'd love to hear what you liked best about it. Do you have any questions I can answer? Also, let me know when might be a good time to chat on the phone. I mean, what was the one? Oh, that was GPT. That was really good. Huh. Let's try this one in Claude. Let's think of another follow-up question. And then we'll put that in next. Hope you had a chance to try the sample I sent over. I'd love to hear your thoughts. What'd you like best about it? I mean, it just seems to resonate for me with Claude. If you have any questions at all, I'm here to help. If you'd like to chat more about how this could work for you, I'd be happy to hop on a quick call. What does your schedule look like this week or next? Yeah. So ChatGPT and Claude 1 for sure. Gemini, you lost on that one, buddy. All right. So I'll show you another, since we like ChatGPT on this one, let's do a new one. And how about hold on. Think of a question for a follow-up. Or maybe what their response was. How about they responded? I think this is actually one of the objection handling. Here we go. Give me 3 responses I can say when somebody says Juice Plus is too expensive. Keep it understanding. Okay. So let's do this. All right. So I'm going to show you 2 things. I'm going to, maybe there's one thing. All right. I have my microphone hooked up to a key on my keyboard now so that I can just talk, because I like the way the prompts come out when I just talk nice and long and give it lots of, because remember, we wanted to have context, we wanted to have a job, all that kind of stuff. So now I'm going to ask that question, which is task 3, objection handling in the notes, but I'm just going to free flow. I'm going to freestyle. Here we go. All right. You are my virtual upline. You are an expert in network marketing and have extensive experience in handling objections, and you're an expert in sales. I sent a message. Oops. It stopped. Here we'll go again. I sent a message to a prospect and gave them information about Juice Plus, but they responded and said that it's too expensive. I'm not sure what to say, and this brings up a little bit of fear in me because I'm nervous answering questions like this. But I want to validate their concerns, because I actually had the same concern initially before I understand the full value of Juice Plus. So I want to be understanding of that with them, but I want to also appear very confident. And I want the response to be based on the value of the product, not on the price of the product. Give me 3 sample responses. All right, so that's a long prompt. That prompt would take a long time to write and think, but for me, it's easier to just say it and just speak my mind. Notice if I say or there's no periods, it doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure they don't use periods inside the brains of these things anyway. All right, so first, I like this because I talked about my feelings and stuff. It gives me like some coaching too. When somebody says it's too expensive, they're not always saying they don't want it. They're often saying they don't yet see value for the price. Since you've been in their shoes before, you can lead with empathy and close with confidence. Keep in mind, by the way, that I have customized my ChatGPT and I've taught it about the Juice Plus business a little bit. It looks like I have not uploaded any documents, so it doesn't have like any of the back info, only what's on the web. All right, so let's see. Empathetic and personal response. I totally get that. Honestly, I felt the same way at first. I wasn't sure if I could justify the price, and then it uses an M dash. So if I'm your prospect and you send me that and there's an M dash and you're trying to be real and connect with me, you're never going to hear from me again. In fact, in personal messages like this, I wouldn't actually cut and paste. I would read what it says and then write your own. Because basically, anytime, I mean, just think about it. When people were writing about, 2 years ago, nobody gave these long responses that are just beautiful. Everybody was just like, LOL. Now they have these stories to tell. That's because a lot of people are using AI. So I would suggest just writing it and just using this as a guide. So let's see. It's real concentrated fruits and veggies that I wasn't getting in my daily diet. And once I saw how much better I felt and what I was saving on random supplements, snacks, and doctor visits, it became a no-brainer. Can I ask, what part of the price feels like too much to you? I'd love to help you see if it actually fits better than it seems. So pretty interesting. Good responses, good ideas. Let's try it in, let's go to Gemini. Gemini, you better be good. I've been talking you up to everybody. All right, it's totally normal to feel a little fear, blah, blah, blah. You're spot on. When we want to focus on value, not price. Here's 3 sample responses. I completely get that. When I first looked into Juice Plus, I actually had the same thought about the investment. What really made it click for me, though, was realizing it's not just another supplement, it's an investment in consistent, long-term cellular nutrition. Think about the cost of being sick or the energy you miss out on when your body isn't getting what it needs. Juice Plus is about proactively building a stronger, healthier foundation every single day so you can truly thrive. Doesn't that sound like a worthwhile investment in your future? I mean, I don't like the call to action. Huh. Yeah, all those endings. So let's say improve the call to action so it doesn't sound, what does that sound? Is it pretentious? Is it
salesy?
Yeah, salesy. Yes. Well, I could have said sound like, oh, that's a smart move. Oh, sure. Now you think that. Doesn't that perspective resonate with you? Thinking about how you want to feel long term, I still don't like it. Would you be open to me sharing some of the feedback I've heard from others who've made this part of their daily routine? I never thought of that. Does improving your energy and overall well being feel like something that's a priority for you right now? It's okay. Let's go.
How about saying, don't leave a call to action?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's true. Oh, see, this thing's still connecting to Coach Lori. It's gonna get all mushy. All right, let's look at our agenda. Let's see.
Hmm.
All right. Yeah, oh, mine's all jacked up. It's not even giving me the thing. Ah, somebody had told me they got into a weird loop with this thing. Oh, this is, I know
Where?
what it's doing. It's not, yeah, it's right there. It's telling you how to respond, but it's not giving you the response, which is probably what I've told it to do.
It did give the response. Keep reading.
What I've learned in my 20 years of experience is that quality nutrition is one area where cutting corners often costs more in the long run. Many of our customers find that the convenience, blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah.
Oh, yeah, these are different. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Okay. This brings up another great point is that if you're using AI and it answers whatever you're trying to get it to do, and you're just happy with the answer, you should not be happy with the answer. Okay. You should be following up and demanding more, more, more. Okay. Refining it. It's very important to do that. All right. We're coming back over. We got to land the plane here. I'm going to see if we don't want to miss anything here. Final tips and prompt templates. Here's some more starter prompts for you. I like this kind of a prompt a lot because I just can't get it to do any social media writing that doesn't sound like not me. Even though I'm trained, I've loaded up like 50 social media posts that I actually wrote, and it still doesn't write it like me, as examples. But if you say this, act as a content coach. I'm trying to create 4 reels this week. Help me brainstorm topics that connect my product to healthy habits. So this is going to give us ideas, but not necessarily the whole thing. And I don't know about you, but this is, to me, this is a huge time saver in social media. This used to be, and now this is reels. Okay. So if you don't do reels yet, reels are like these videos. I mean, they get seen a lot more than posts do, so you might have yourself like in reels, typically you have little segments to it. It's almost like a short little film. It can be, but you could like just be drinking a cup of coffee or just like trying to, or maybe you're even literally sleeping. And it says, this used to be me at 3 p.m. every day. Not anymore. Now I use Luminate, and then it shows you like doing yoga for Nalani or like doing jumping jacks or something. So I mean that would be your reel, and that gets you attention. But what if I want to some reels to attract potential partners? I was just sign up to share a product. Content, brief before and after, energy, income, purpose, keep it personal and authentic. I mean, these are pretty open. So let's develop one more and we'll be done here. Let's see. Who do I do this for? What? Any of these look interesting? Maybe this is your sign. No, let's just do this. I didn't do it. So it gave me 5 options. Now I'm just gonna say, let's develop number 1 into a full plan. I do like this about Reels. You can shoot the video. Like you've probably, if you've seen me do my cooking videos, I'll shoot all the, I'll shoot me chopping things up, then I'll shoot this, then I'll shoot somebody trying the food at the end. You'll see the dish with smoke coming off of it. I edit those all together. Then you go back and you can do a voiceover and say, hey, when I started this, I thought I was just sharing a product I believed in. What I didn't expect was to find a community of women cheering me on, to grow, even for me, to grow personally, not just financially, to feel more aligned with how I spend my time. It's been so much more than I imagined. And honestly, I wish I had started sooner. If this speaks to you, let's chat. I mean, it's pretty good. Then you have optional B-roll, so that, I think there's more of it, somebody a little more advanced on social media. But some of you guys, we're going to need to get there soon. There's one more thing on this that I did give you an prompt example, advanced rather. And this is like a real kind of a serious prompt that has a lot of elements to it. And you can try it. Anything that's in these little parentheses, you have to fill in what you want to say there. And this will give you like a much deeper response. Okay. Where do you go from here, guys? I want to see you guys use AI in try and do it in a deeper way this week. Use some of these tips that I've given you. Maybe if you find a prompt that works really well, save it in your notes somewhere on your phone or wherever, and keep experimenting. Experiment,